Hey guys, now we will continue with the remaining part which we left in the tutorial 16. So guys, before we proceed with this session, let me tell you what all things we have done till now. Then we will proceed. Just we will recall the things in short and we will continue with our topic. So, in the previous part of this session, we have discussed about the basics of cloning, a basic definition we have discussed. We have discussed about template in detail, and we have also discussed some few of the topics on templates, which was OVF template. I told you that content library we are going to do in this session. Okay. Apart from that, we have discussed about the file extensions also, the different type of file extensions in virtual machine. Among this, we have discussed about VMX, VMTX, that is virtual machine template configuration file. VMDK file we have discussed and VSwap. Rest all we are going to discuss one by one in the coming time. And these are the hands-on lab which we have performed till now. We have seen how to export OVF template and what is the purpose behind it. We have deployed the virtual machine from OVF template and what is the purpose of doing this, where it is helpful in your real time in your production environment. We have discussed that also. We have seen how to convert to template, and we have also created a virtual machine from the template in our previous session. So now, beginning with this session, the very first thing what we are going to do is we will be discussing about the content library, and we will be performing a lab on how to create a content library, different options available in the content library. Then we will see how to clone the template to the library, and then finally we will be seeing how to convert the template to VM and what are its benefits, how it will be useful to you in the real environment. So let's begin with the hands-on labs. I will be taking you to the VMware hands-on lab and we will start with the practicals. Guys, since this is a continuation of our previous session, this is part two of templates, uh, templates and content library. So let me tell you, in our last session, what we did, the same thing we are going to follow, and we are going to do the continuation. So in the first tab, I have the host and clusters tab open. In the second tab, what I did is I have kept a storage tab open for you. You can see, and when you go to the third tab over, we will be having the task console open. This all thing how to do I have shown you in the previous session. So it is mandatory that you first for the previous session, then only you will come to know about this session. Without doing the previous session, that is tutorial number 16, you won't understand anything over here because this is a continuation topic of the previous session. Okay, so let's begin with our lab today. What we are going to do is very first we are going to create a content library. You can see the first tab, just click over here on the vSphere client. And then once you click on the vSphere client, you will click on content library. You can see the option content library, click over here. So guys, when you click on content library, you can see one content library is already created over here with the name HOL library, right? So this is the same library from where, if you remember, we have created a Photon Linux virtual machine and we have mounted the ISO image from the content library, right? If you will open this, just click and open this HOL library, which is being created by the VMware and they have provided us in the VMware vSphere lab. You will see in this library already you can find one photon minimal. This ISO image is already available. This is the image which we have used, right? So basically, this was the content library. This is over here in this place, which we have basically used to perform our lab. So guys, let's just move on again over here to the content library. We will go now over here. What we are going to do is we will create a library. Okay, we will create our own content library over here. So what you have to do, you have to click on create button over here to create a library. Now over here you have to give the name of your library. So I will give the name as my content library. Okay, after giving the name, what you have to do is you will click on next button. Over here it is asking you that whether you the local content library, it is asking local content library, or you want to create a library where you can publish and another vCenter are connected. See, the local content library or subscribe to the content library. These are the two options which it is asking you, right? So let me explain again what it is asking you. It is asking that you want to create a local content library, or you want to create a library where this is, you can see this subscribe content library, right? This is also option over here. So it is asking you whether you want to create a local content library, or you want to create a library where you can publish and another vCenter are connected. Then another people can also subscribe to the library. Just select local content library. Okay, no need to check this box, enable publish or anything. Simply say next. Over here, keep the settings as default and click next. It is asking you to add the storage. So we will say esxi storage, and don't worry guys about the storage, because storage again is a huge topic, and we are going to go in depth performing hands-on lab, and whatever theory I will explain you on storage, we will be justifying each and everything practically. For now, click next and say finish. So guys, now your content library is created. Okay, you can see my content library. This content library is created for you. Now you have created your own content library with the name my content library. Now let's say if you want to use any ISO image in your production environment, you will be keeping all the ISO image in your content library. Over here you can keep ISO image, the library which you have created, so that the things will be managed and you can manage each and everything. In case there are 10 to 100 of storages, then easily from the content library you can get a file or the ISO image whenever required. Is it clear? So now let's say for example, if you want to keep ISO image in the content library, what we will do now, just open this content library over here. Okay, click over here and it will open for you. You will see an action button, right? Click on action button and you will see an option import item. Okay, click on import item. Over here it is asking you from where you want to import, from a specific URL or from a local file, right? Select local file and then press the button upload files. Okay guys, just like I want to show you how to import the ISO image. Right now in your VMware lab there is no ISO image, but the method which I am showing to import a specific file or ISO image, it will remain same, it will not change. Okay, click on desktop. What we are going to import is, you remember we have one a readme.txt file. That file we will import, just so that you will know that how to import. Similar passion, you will be importing the ISO image also. There is no difference, just the method I am showing. Importing anything will remain same. Click on open and you can see that the file is uploaded, and click on import button. So guys, just I want to show you how to upload file in content library, and in the similar fashion you will be uploading the ISO image also. So I believe this thing is clear to you now. In this way you will be importing your ISO image also in your content library, and whenever required you will have a easy access. You can easily manage the things. So this thing is clear, that how to create a content library and how to import a ISO image or any file in the content library. Now moving on, if you remember, just let me take you again to the host and cluster tab. I will click on vSphere client and I will say host and clusters. Okay, just let me open expand this. Okay, so if you remember, we have created a template with the name tiny linux ovf deployment. You remember, we have created a template tiny linux ovf deployed, right? In our previous session, in the same session, the part 1, we have created tiny linux ovf deployed, right? Now let's say you want to create a copy of this template into library. So what you will do, you will right click over here on tiny linux ovf deployed. Okay, So guys, after you right click over here, simply say clone to library. Click on clone to library. So once you say that clone to library, it is asking you which library you want to clone. Okay, so just drag it down over here, or else you can just expand it from here also. Okay, just what you have to do is you will drag it from here, and you will select your content library, my content library. The first one is created by default. You want to put this template over here, you want to clone the template over here, right? My content library, and simply say okay. Once you have done with this, just to see the progress of this, you will go to task console, and over here you will see that upload file to a library, right? Tiny Linux OVF deployed. It is saying it is completed. So now it's a time to go to the content library. What we will do now, we will be going to the content library. So click on vSphere client over here, and then click on content libraries, and now open this my content library. Okay, so what you did, you have cloned the template, right? Basically you have clone the template to the library, so it will be under templates. Other type file is something like you will have the ISO image, you will have the files in other types. In templates you will have two options: VM templates and OVF and OR templates. Okay, so VM templates and OVF and OR templates. The one which we have done is OVF templates. So just click OVF and OR templates option, and you will find the template which you have copied to the library, which you have cloned to the library. You will find this over here. So guys, this is how you will be cloning the template to the library. So now guys, we have seen in our previous part how to create a virtual machine from the template. Similarly, even from here you can create a virtual machine. Just check this, select this, and over here in the action click, and when you click this over here, not on action, just right click over here in tiny linux OVF deployed. When you right click, you will find option new virtual machine from this template. So guys, either from the templates you can create a new virtual machine, or even from here you can create a virtual machine. And let me tell you what is OVF and OVA templates again. OVF stand for open virtualization format. We had a long discussion in our previous part of this session. And OVA stands for open virtualization appliance. So guys, what we have covered till now, we have learned how to create our own content library. Then we have seen how to import the file in the content library. We have taken a sample example of the text file. Similar fashion, we can also upload the ISO image, and in the other types over here we will find under content library the files which we have uploaded. If you have kept the VM templates or the OEF templates, that you can find under template option. If it is a VM template, you will find under VF template. If it is a OVF template, you will find under OVF templates. So I think this topic is much more clear. Now let's move to the another topic. So guys, now coming to your VMware lab PC. Just I will minimize this over here, and this is the lab PC, right? So over here what you have to do is you will be going to the download folder. We are going to open this actual user, and then in downloads over here you will see all the file downloaded, that is OVF packages we have downloaded, right? Which were four files: VMDK, MF, OVF, VRAM. These are the packages, if you remember in the previous part, we have downloaded when we said export OVF template, right? Now if you want to put these OVF packages in the content library, let's say in our previous part, what we did, we have deployed the virtual machine from the OVF template. Now let's say if you want to put this particular OVF package in the content library, how you will do this? Remember, this is OVF packages in the local machine, not in the vSphere. This packages are in the local machine. Okay, in the download folder of the local machine you have exported this OVF packages. Now if you want to export this to content library, how you will do this is a question. So guys, let's begin with the configuration. I will go to the hands-on lab over here. and then I will go to the content library. I am in the content library now, right? I am into the content library, and this is my content library. I am into the templates now over here. So what I am going to do is I will click on action over here, and I will say import items. Now over here, I will select local files and I will upload files. Okay. And then going to downloads, I will be selecting these packages. I will say open. These are the four files which I have uploaded, right? These are the packages which we have in our previous part. We have exported the OVF, and now the same thing which we are trying to import into the content library. I will click on import. I will go to task console to see the progress, and it says the uploaded file to the library. Okay, let's go over here and verify, and you can see that any Linux OVF template, this is the one which we have uploaded now, and it is uploaded. See, this is the machine which we have uploaded, and it is successfully uploaded for you. We'll just go to my content library again. Over here I will come. So guys, we have seen one more thing, that how you will be uploading the OVF packages to your content library. So let me recall quickly what all things we have done. Why I am recalling is this concept looks very much similar to each other, and that is the reason I have to recall it again and again so that you don't get confused. And then we will move to our final topic, converting the virtual machine, uh, converting to VM, the template, converting the template to VM, and why it is required. That also we will discuss. Then we will conclude. So guys, very first thing what we did, we have learned how to export the OVF package. What is the purpose? I will not repeat because that is very much clearly explained to you. Very first, we have exported the package. Then from that OVF package, we have deployed the virtual machine. Then what we did is we have converted the virtual machine to template, and then we have seen how to create a virtual machine from the template. Then today what we did in this part, what we did is we have created our own content library. We have seen how to upload the ISO images or any files. Then we have seen how to clone the template to the library. In our previous part, we have cloned the template, but over here we have cloned the template to the library, and we have seen that in content library under templates. Then under OVF and OVF template, you will find the template which you have cloned to library, and then we have learned how to import the OVF packages. The one OVF packages which we have exported, we have seen how you can import it to the content library. In our previous part, we have seen that how you can deploy a virtual machine from the OVF package. Over here, we have seen how you will import the OVF packages to the content library. And now moving on, one very important topic, last but not the least, I can say, which we are going to discuss is how to convert the template to virtual machine. Okay, so let me take you to the host and cluster. Click over here on vSphere client, click on host and cluster, and come over here on this page. So guys, what we are going to do over here is I have a template over here, right? I have a template, tiny linux OVF deployed template I already have over here. So guys, we are going to convert to virtual machine. Now guys, see, creating a virtual machine from the template is understood. I told you that you will have a template for Windows and template for Linux. So whenever a requirement arises, you will be creating a Windows server from the Windows template, Linux server from the Linux template. That is clearly understood. But why you have to convert the template to virtual machine in real life? How it will be useful? So guys, let me explain you clearly so that you will have an idea of the purpose for doing this. Now remember that guys, you are creating a VM, installing operating system, installing the VM tools, doing the hardening, and then creating a template from the virtual machine. This is what we have seen. After you complete all those things, you create a template from the VM. Now let's assume that need arises that you have to create a VM from the template, and this template will disappear from here. See, once you say that convert to VM, this template will disappear from here. Okay, when you create a virtual machine from the template, see, understand the difference. Creating a virtual machine from the template is you can create 100 to 1000 of virtual machine from from this template. But when I say convert this to VM, so it means that once it is converted, this template will disappear and the virtual machine will be visible over here. So what is the purpose? So guys, see, what you did, you have installed the operating system, then you have installed the VM tools, the backup agent you have installed, you have done the hardening of the server, everything was perfect, and you was using this template for a long time. Then all of the sudden, there are some updates and upgrades that need to be performed, right? So this Windows template or Linux template, whenever it was done, it was the old version. Now the need arises that you have to upgrade it to latest version. Or let's say, for example, this was a Windows 2019 template. Now you have to create Windows 2022 template. So this template you will convert to virtual machine, and then after converting this to virtual machine, what you are going to do is you will be upgrading that virtual machine or updating the patches or whatever requirement it is. You will do the needful, and then again you will create that virtual machine to template so that you can again start to create the Windows server from that template. So I believe the concept behind converting the virtual machine, converting the template to virtual machine, is clear to you. So now these things are clear. What I will do is I will simply right click over here and I will say convert to virtual machine. But remember guys, in the production environment, when you're working, you have to be extra smart. You will convert this to virtual machine, you will work on it, and after working on it, what you are going to do is you will be again converting to template. But there might be a scenario you converted this template to virtual machine, and on that converted virtual machine from the template you were doing some task, and that virtual machine had some errors. So it means that virtual machine is totally of no use for you, and you have also lost the template, because once you convert the virtual machine template to virtual machine, then the template will be lost. So the best idea is you will be creating the clone of this template first. What you will do, you will be creating a clone of this template, and this is also one of the topics. This one, clone to template, creates copy to template. So now what we see, what we completed, we have seen that how to create new virtual machine from the template. We have seen that how to clone the template to the library. Now we are going to do convert to virtual machine. We will be converting the template itself to the virtual machine where the template will disappear. And guys, uh, be extra precautionary, so that if this machine this template is converted to virtual machine and you are working on the virtual machine, there might be some problem occurring. So the safe side, you have to take the backup of the template itself. So this is the place where you have to clone the template, and this is the requirement of cloning the template. So let's come to the hands-on lab. So guys, what I will do is I will just right click over here on this template and I will say clone to template. Okay, and I will give the name as clone of tiny Linux OVF deployed. I will say next. Then I will select the host. This time I will go with ESXi 2A host. Next. Storage I have to select. So I will just drag it and I will select esxi. And over here you can say same format as source or thin provision. It is one and same thing, because we have done this. We have created this template from the virtual machine, and we know we have selected thin provision. So you can say same format as source, or if you want you can say thin provision. Click next and finish. Now you will see that there is a clone. The copy of this template is created with the name clone of tiny Linux we have deployed. Once you are done with this, you will right click over here and you will say that convert to virtual machine. Now it is asking you on which machine do you want to convert this. I will say ESXi1A. Click next and click finish. You go to task console over here. See, within a fraction of a second, the virtual machine is configured for you. Okay, and when you go over here and when you go to see from here, that tiny Linux we have deployed disappeared, right? from the template is no more available. If you go to host and cluster over here, Linux over deployed, this is a virtual machine. See, over here, don't get confused that this is there. This is now a virtual machine. This is no more a template. Just you can compare it with the icons. See the icon, the clone which you have created. See the icon and see the icon of this. This is a virtual machine, not the template. The template has disappeared. Now it is a virtual machine. Okay. So once you go over here, you just right click and you will say power on the machine, and this will be power on. Now what you can do, since the template is converted to virtual machine, whatever changes you want to do on the virtual machine, you will do the changes on the virtual machine. And once it is upgraded, updated, and all the required necessary things are being done on this, then again you can just simply right click over here, and after right click on this machine, I mean you have to power off, right? For converting to template, you have to power off. See, this machine is now power on. So once you are done with your activity, you have updated and upgraded the virtual machine. Okay, then again you can just convert it to the template by powering it off. Okay, I will right click over here, and if I will say that convert to template, it will not happen. Why? Because to convert it to template, the machine should be power off. So I will just say power off. Assume that I have done the changes. Okay, and then I will simply right click over here, and I will say template, and I will convert to template again. So I will not do it over here because I have shown you the lab. So guys, I think the concepts are very much clear to you. So in the templates, what all things we have covered is, very first we have seen how to export the OVF template. Then we have seen how to deploy the virtual machine from the OVF templates. Then the third thing which we have seen is how to create the template, from how to convert the VM to the template. Then we have seen that how to create a virtual machine from the template. Then we have seen about the concepts about the content library, how to create a content library, how to upload a image, a file in the content library, how to how to clone the template to the content library, how to how to import the OVF packages from the local machine to the content library. Then we have seen a concept, how to clone the template and what is the purpose behind it. We have seen how to create a virtual machine, or you can say how to convert the virtual machine from the template. And we have seen that after you convert the virtual machine from the template, that template disappears. But there might be any error occurring, possibility of error, considering that we have to first clone the template. So we have seen how to clone the template, how to convert the template to the virtual machine. This concept all we have seen. Now guys, once you are done with this, delete all the machines which we have created. Okay, the machines which we have created. See, VM form template, we have created this virtual machine from the template, right? So I will delete this also. The reason I will say you, why I am saying you, the next tutorial which we are going to do is about the cloning and concept. So I need to show you everything from the fresh for the cloning and all. So I don't want anything over here. I will just say power off and say yes. I will be doing a right click on this VM from template. And since the machine is deleted, I can, sorry, power off, I can delete it, right? And straight away I will say delete from disk. Just keep those machines which you have from default. The VMware has given you from default in the lab. Okay, that were Tiny Linux, Tiny Linux 2, and Windows 10. Rest all machine deleted from here. The virtual machine also delete, and the template also, if it is there, you have to delete the templates also. It is power off. I can delete it. Delete from disk. Yes, this is the one, right? The clone template which we have done. Delete from disk. Delete. So guys, that's all in this session. And in the next session, we are going to not only discuss about cloning, we will be doing a lots of hands-on labs on cloning. There are different concepts on VM clone. We are going to perform each and every things live practically, and each and every theoretical part which we will discuss, we will be justifying it practically. Then we will move on to snapshots. And if you remember, we have just discussed basics about the customization of the Gash operating system and customization of the virtual hardware, virtual machine hardware. Even those two labs which we are there, we are going to cover in the next session. So, guys, that's all in this session. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it now and do share with your friends. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session.